Hello, everybody. In this video, I want to talk about the USC-San Jose State game. In my prediction video, I said USC 55, San Jose State 20. Actual score, USC 56, San Jose State 28. Initial reactions, I have mixed feelings on this game. Offensively, I thought they were fantastic, especially with Zach Branch. Seeing that kickoff return he had, he's going to be a star. I mean, how he was able to shift gears, the field vision, just everything looked great. And Deuce Robinson got in there at the end, had a nice catch from Miller Moss. And Miller Moss ran in for a touchdown. So it was nice seeing a lot of these guys get some reps, get some of that in-game experience. And as the season goes on, that will this team will certainly benefit from it. The other thing was I liked that, Caleb Williams, there was a play where there was a fumbled snap, but he was able to turn that into a 70-yard touchdown pass. So, yeah, there were lots of, those big play moments that it was a lot of fun to watch. So that's great. But, of course, defensively, well, actually, before I get into the defense, the offensive line I felt like was kind of maybe the weakest link of all the offense positions in this game. I feel like it's more of just a matter of time for them to gel. I know they're breaking in some new starters. I feel like that position will get stronger as the season goes on. I feel more confident with that prediction there. But defensively, it felt like we're still seeing some issues that we saw from last year. Now, before I give that kind of critique, I will just say that having Bear Alexander, having Mason Cobb, having Tackett Curtis, having Anthony Lucas, having all these guys, these transfers or incoming freshmen or whoever it is, having them on this team, USC is better with them than without them. And yeah, they made some nice plays in the game, but it still felt like the scheme or the system, whatever it is, this is where we talk about Alex Grinch, it just felt like things hadn't fully improved, especially on moments where it's third and long and, all USC needs to do is just maybe break up a pass or, just contain the quarterback. And then right there, you see the Chevin Cordero, the San Jose State quarterback, scramble for 20 or so yards and get that first down. Just like, it's always like whatever the distance is, it's always just enough to get that first down. And I feel like that was a problem we saw a lot last year. And, especially at the end of the season, definitely against Tulane. That still seems to be an issue. Now, when I look at my predictions that I had for this team, I like I said, I was never expecting USC's defense to be, elite or anything like that. But I was hoping to see a little bit of improvement, at least with whatever score prediction that I had, and seeing, some of the talent that that was brought in, that hopefully it would have done a little more. I understand that San Jose State had a 6th-year quarterback who had lots of experience and all that. And so they weren't, in terms of their quarterback play and their offense, San Jose State was not a bad team. And I'm not one to, overlook opponents or look down on them, in preseason, and I made that very clear in my video, the prediction video or preview video of San Jose State. That's just my approach, because I know there are moments like this, and otherwise you just kind of look like a fool when you're acting overconfident, and then you get a nice humbling. But I still felt that, with what USC had, they should have been able to overcome or kind of be above what, whatever it was that a San Jose State could attack with. So that defensively those questions remain. I wouldn't say that it was, that there's full confidence in the improvement of that position, that side of the ball. And we're just going to have to see, that's just really it. That's for Lincoln Riley to figure out, at the end of the season or whatnot. yeah, we're just fans. We're just watching the game. We have no control over it. I mean, the best you can do is be supportive of the team. I mean, like I said, there's reason to be optimistic with at least, you know, getting that added depth and on the defense side of the ball, which, you know, one could say was lacking last year. But it doesn't, and while that added depth, you know, might help a little bit, it's not offsetting, you know, some of the overall schematic or, you know, system issues that we're seeing. So that's still the like I said, that's still going to be the question. And really, when I look at the, you know, USC ranked number 6, I mean, after a game like this, I mean, offensively, yes, they did what they were supposed to do, but defensively, without that, I would say, improvement. And the thing was, even if SC had kept San Jose State to 10 or even 3 or whatever, a lot of critics or whoever probably wouldn't have thought much of it, because they would have just said, oh well, it's San Jose State, right? So, you know, to give up those points, it's hard to build that confidence, and I understand that. I totally get it. So if somebody has something to say in this video, especially if they're not from, you know, a USC fan, you can spare yourself those 4 or 5 minutes of writing out a comment, because you just don't need to. I already know. But anyway, yeah. So I would say for SC, they should probably drop a few spots in the rankings. You know, if at least in this first game, you know, when you look at the rest of the season, you know, and preseason predictions, you know, if things don't improve, then some of those initial thoughts I had in preseason, my predictions as the season goes on, you know, they may have to change. But, you know, aside from that kind of critique of the defense, I will just say that, look, you know, it's just watching college football again is great in itself. So, you know, even if things aren't as perfect as you want them to be, just watching the games is a lot of fun, and watching all the other games. And just now that football season is back, it's just a good feeling. So I think, you know, always got to kind of keep perspective, and just enjoy the, you know, college football for what it is. So yeah, that's all I got to say there. Well, so final score 56-28, USC gets the win. I'll make another video about Nevada later in the week, prediction, and we'll see how that goes. Until then, fight on.